There is a secret meaning behind the number 666. 666 is 3 sixes. The number 3 in occult and esoteric numerology represents the 3 aspects of human consciousness. We see this symbolism in the all-seeing eye with the light and the triangle. The triangle is the number 3, the eye represents consciousness, observation, and the light represents the light of consciousness, because consciousness is pure light. The 3 aspects of our consciousness is thoughts, emotions, and actions. Every thought creates a feeling, and the feeling creates the action. All physical manifestation is driven from these 3 aspects of our consciousness. All physical manifestation comes from thought. Every object you see around you, this screen, the phone you're on, the laptop you're using, or the iPad, was a thought in the invisible realms of consciousness. Then it was brought into physicality through feeling and action. This is because man is made in the image and likeness of God. We are all mini creators. We are all extensions of God's creative consciousness. Therefore, the number 666 represents 3 sixes. 3 is thoughts, emotions, actions. The number 6 represents the cube, because cubes have 6 sides. This material world that we experience, everything has 6 sides. Everything's created by cubes. We can move forward, we can move backwards, we can move left, right, up and down. This is the cube that we are stuck in. Therefore, 666 represents our 3 aspects of our consciousness, thoughts, emotions, actions, all contributing towards our physical self, material world, material pleasures, completely cutting ourselves off from our spiritual, true, divine self, which means 666 is representing a state of consciousness. A state of consciousness where we only operate from a place of material needs and survival things. As humans, we possess a physical material body in the physical material external world, but we also possess an invisible inner world, which is what we call spirit. When we disconnect ourselves from our inner world, we become lost in this materialistic way of thinking and acting, which can lead to no life purpose, a feeling of emptiness and voidness in our hearts. Humans possess the ability to transcend our animal instinctual natures and turn to the divine mind, to the spiritual inner world. It is our inner world that is projecting our outer world. The outer world is just an effect of our inner state of consciousness. It's important as we go through this human life to not lose ourselves and look for our validations outside of ourselves. The external world is simply just a mirror, mirroring with mathematical precision what happens inside our consciousness. When we change our inner world, we produce effect in the outer world. To get back on track about this number, this represents when we are lost in our material self and we are completely cut off from our true divine self. The devil is always having goat horns, which represents a ground animal. This is the lower animal self of man. He's always red. The frequency of red is the lowest vibrational color, and it also represents the root chakra. This is all to do with survival mode and our physical needs and physical self. Red represents chaotic and intense emotions like hatred and anger. This is why the devil is always red, because it represents anger and an uncontrolled state of emotion and consciousness. You see, we've been taught in the church and all through religion indoctrinations that the devil is an external deity which influences humans. And in fact, this is nothing but a metaphorical story. The devil is a character which represents an aspect of the human mind, the lower aspect of the human mind, a facet of our own consciousness and psyche. The voice that we have in our head that tells us to do these negative things is not an external deity pushing us to do something bad. This is an aspect of our own mind. Jesus and Satan are just 2 characters which represent the 2 voices that we have in our own consciousness. In fact, the word devil was never present in the early Gospels. Instead, what was mentioned was a spirit of evil. A term spirit of evil was not meant to denote a specific deity or being, but rather any force of negativity, whether it manifests as a destructive thought, emotion, or action. The spirit of evil represents the darker sides of our mind, the part that leads us astray and brings forth negativity in our lives. The reason why they want you to believe in a devil is because they don't want you taking responsibility for your creations. They don't want you to realize that the external world is truly a mirror of your inner state of consciousness. Instead, when something bad happens in your life, you blame it on some external devil or Satan who tempted you. Everything is your creation in your life. When you realize this, you take full control and you begin to reshape your external world by changing your inner state of consciousness.